everybody. I've just clicked in a couple of minutes early. We've just been clapping for the NHS on the doorstep, and I just thought I'd click in a little bit early, 2 or 3 minutes. But I'm going to give you all a little bit longer as well to get settled in and to join me. I'm not sure how many of you are going to be out there tonight. It might be just 2 or 3 of you. But I'm hoping... Oh, hi Lauren, nice to see you. I'm hoping some of you can join me. And hi Melissa, hi, how are you? How are you? This is for you. I know, you said to me, you asked me about stuff for the neck, so I thought I'd put this together for you. Hi Teresa, hi Jeanette, lovely to see you. Lovely, lovely. So I'll let a few of you all kind of make your way in and get yourself settled. So first of all, just make sure you're settling down into a nice comfortable seated position. So find a comfy chair, somewhere where you've got access to your shoulders, access to your body, and you've got the room to take the arms out to the side, maybe overhead as well. So, and make sure that you can find a comfortable seat here. So if you need a cushion, etc., you know, you can sit on a cushion or have one behind your back, you know, whatever you need. So I'll just give you all a few minutes just to click in. Hi Alison, Shirley, Jeanette, lovely to see you all. Hi, hopefully this will be useful for you. A bit of a mixture of some gentle yoga stretching for the shoulders and for the neck. And also we're going to be doing some massage techniques. What have you got on, Melissa? With your hair up? Oh, bless you. You're really welcome. Hi Lynn, welcome to the group. You've just joined today, so I'm really pleased to have you here. I hope this is a little bit useful for you. So I'm going to give everyone a couple of minutes just because I know some of you have been on the doorstep and you might have very stingy hands from all the clapping. So just gives you a moment to get yourself settled, get yourselves a glass of water if you need to. And get prepared. So just a few words about preparation. Any of you that want to work with any aromatherapy oils or even just a little bit of olive oil, etc., you're welcome to have that with you. So maybe have that just in front of you. If you are working with essential oils, I want you to just make sure that you've tested your sensitivity and that it's something and a product that you're familiar and used to using. Obviously I'm not there, I can't see what you're using, so I've prepared just a little pot of oil which is about 1 ounce or 2 of grapeseed oil. I've put into that 5 drops of peppermint oil and 10 drops of lavender. It's a mix that I'm used to using myself, but if you want to, you can have a bit of olive oil, a little bit of lavender oil, whatever it is that you want to work with. Just as I say, be really careful, make sure that it's not something that's going to give you any skin sensitivity or that might give you any, you know, might cause any allergy, etc., any reaction. We'll be using the oil at the very end of the session because some of the massage techniques that we're going to use are including like a myofascial release, where we need to be able to connect into the soft tissue a little bit. So we don't really want to be sliding around on the skin too much. We want to be able to get that movement into the muscle so that we can, you know, kind of ease and release tension. So neck and shoulders, we carry an awful lot of tension in the neck and the shoulders. That can be down to emotional pain sometimes, or emotional stuff where we find that we're kind of crunching up a lot, holding this tension, or it might be environmental. It might be that we work in an office and our posture isn't so great as we're sitting at the desk. It might be that we work sitting back in a chair and we're kind of creating tension into the neck. But one of the main things that causes this tech neck at the moment is obviously the use of devices and screens, and if we're using them in bed, etc., it can be quite problematic. So we can find maybe that the chin is jutting forwards, and we hold a lot of tension then in the neck. The head is almost coming off of the you know, top of the spine, so it's kind of like, you know, it creates this tension. And so what we try to do within yoga, but also within massage, is to create space and create realignment. So I'm going to be just talking you through some gentle neck stretches, which are suitable for everyone to do. But I do want you to be aware, any of you that have any injuries, any old injuries or any pain in the neck, just be really careful about how you move your neck. So, and when I say that, what I mean is I want you to think about exploring the stretch of your neck rather than thinking about just moving and kind of, you know, your head into a particular position. It's not necessarily about how far the neck turns. So if, for example, my demonstration is to take the neck over to here and that feels really painful for you, then you need to be here. You know, you might need to just not go that far. And so you watch out for your edge, you know, the place where it's suddenly tight. And once you've discovered where that is, you know, just rein it in a little bit. So make sure you're always working safely, particularly with the neck. The muscles around the neck, you know, they're really nice, they're really fragile, and, you know, it's very easy to catches in the neck and to create tension and stress, as some of you will know. If you hear any snoring, apologies, it's I've got Hector on the floor down here, so it's not anyone else, it's the dog snoring if you hear anything. He's had a very long day. He's not quite used to us all being in his space quite so much. So, okay, so this tension that we carry in the neck and the shoulders often ends up manifesting as pain. And we'll get pain across the shoulders and the neck, occasionally sharp pain going up into the back of the neck, and that can then end up with like real tension, headaches as well. So it's really important that we keep this area nice and mobile, and that we work in a, you know, in a consistent practice really to move the neck and allow it to just be where it needs to be on the top of your shoulders. So just again quickly before we get going, I just wanted to mention about glitching. I'm sure that the internet is probably very, very busy at the moment. People posting stuff about all the clapping and things. We've all just been out clapping for the NHS too. So if there are any glitches, apologies. Hopefully it won't be too bad and too difficult for you to watch. Oh, thanks, Julie. Hector's on the floor rather than the husband. Yeah, no, the husband's out. He's out working. So yeah, it's just Hector on the floor. Yes, you. Yeah, so apologies if there are any glitches. Hopefully we can get through this without too many, but obviously let me know if there is. I might be able to do another session when there's a bit less activity on the internet. Sometimes it's my internet connection out in the village, and sometimes it's other people's internet connection, you know, yours at home. So, okay, so just a little bit of background. You know, I used to suffer a lot with back, neck and shoulder pain myself. I worked in an office for many years. And it wasn't just that, obviously, it's a combination of that and my posture not being great and all of these things. And so when I got into yoga, it began to help me move forwards with this sort of neck pain. And I chiropractor quite regularly. Since I've been doing yoga in the last sort of 8 to 10 years, and then subsequently teaching in the last 4 years, I only really now go to the chiropractor once a year. When I have to. So yoga and this movement that we're doing on a regular basis, which for me is daily, it's really, really helpful. So this session is going to be a mixture of those two things. It's going to be a mixture of some gentle stretching and also some massage techniques that will just help you to ease into any of this tension and release it. Great, so I'm not going to talk too much. We're going to get on and do a little bit of movement. So I want you to find a nice comfortable seat. So first of all, just see if you can make sure that your feet are on the floor and you feel nice and comfortable. You might want to have a strappy top on. Obviously I can't see you, so you know, you can be wearing whatever you want. If you've got a t-shirt, you will be able to work through that, but it is quite nice with the myofascial stuff. Have that skin on skin contact. It helps you to sort of feel the muscle underneath the skin. So hopefully you have that access. So have a glass of water by the side of you if you want to, so that you can have a drink at the end of the session. And I'm hoping that it will probably be around about It'll be around about half an hour in total, the session. So we should be done by about 8:45 or thereabouts. So, okay, lovely. So first of all, let's just take a nice comfortable seat. Begin to lift the crown of the head. And first of all, I want you to just bring your finger to your chin for a moment and just think about retracting your chin. So often with devices, we're kind of sticking that chin out, looking at the device. So our head's not always squarely on the shoulders. So just retract your chin a fraction. Breathe in, we're going to lift up the shoulders up towards the ears, and then as we exhale, melt those shoulders down the back. And then relax them, allow them to be nice and soft. Draw your belly in. Lovely. So the hands can just be nice and gently in the lap, or you can release them down if you're on a chair where they can come down. Just allow them to be comfortable. We're just going to take another breath in. As we breathe in, try not to lift the shoulders this time. Just breathe in, fill the lungs, feel the air as it comes into the chest. And then as we breathe out, see if you can relax those shoulders down a fraction more. Breathing in deeply and steadily. And breathing out. Lovely. And breathe in again. Nice cleansing breath. Just breathe in. And breathe out. Really nice. Well done. Okay, so just for a moment, let go of any tension through the legs and let go of any tension through the arms. We're just lifting up through the top of the head, and those shoulders are relaxing down. Engagement in the belly, and just feel connected into your body. If you can, have the feet on the floor, great. You might even select, that's okay, however you want to be. We're going to just be working in the upper part of the body, the neck and the shoulders. Okay, so we're going to take a breath in here. Breathe in nice and deeply. As we exhale, we're just going to look towards the right slowly. So again, remembering, as I said in the introduction, we're just exploring the muscles of the neck here. We're not forcing anything, we're just seeing how far round we can turn the head. Hold here and breathe in and out. And then one more breath in. And exhale, come back to the centre. Nice and gently. Make the movements nice and soft and slow. Take a breath in here. And as we exhale, we're going to look towards the other side now. So just releasing again. Maybe a little pulse into the neck. Beautiful. Breathe in and breathe out. Just holding here for a moment. No pain through the neck at all. Always being mindful. Breath in here and exhale back to the centre. I'm going to gently take it across to the other side again. Easing in. Seeing if you can hear any release, anything kind of giving. Some of us might be hearing a gristly sensation or sound. So just don't be worried if you hear that. It's just sometimes when we've not moved our neck a lot, that can happen. Take a breath in here and exhale back to the centre. Really nice. Breathe in again and exhale. Head goes all the way across to the other side. Breathe in and breathe out. Remember to stay nice and relaxed through your shoulders. Take a breath in here and your head comes back to the centre. Well done. We're going to breathe in as we exhale to come down onto the chest. So relax the shoulders, nice and soft through those shoulders. Breathe in and breathe out. And then the next breath in, we're going to gently just take the nose up towards the ceiling. So be careful not to crunch in the back of the neck here. Feel a nice pull through the front of the throat. Gentle stretch here, but again working within your own range of movement. Breath in here, exhale back to the centre. Inhale. And exhaling, lowering that chin nice and slowly down. Mindful through the neck, not forcing anything, not pulling into anything. Breath in and out here, and then the next time you inhale, we're going to lift all the way up, look up towards the ceiling. Again, remember to work within your range of movement. So if you start to feel any pain at any point, that's your message from the body to just soften where you are. Breath in and exhale. We're going to the center. Lovely. So just take a moment here, breathe in, lift the shoulders, and breathe out. Roll those shoulders back down. Inhaling up again and exhaling. Release the shoulders down. And one more, just a nice gentle rotation. Nice range of movement through the shoulders. Nice. We lift through the crown of the head again. And then on the exhale, very gently, we're going to take the right ear over to the right shoulder. Lovely. Again, nice and gentle. Work within your own range. We're going to lift the right arm, bring it all the way up, and just take the hand and press it into that temple on the side. So we're not going to press down hard. We literally just use the weight from our hand. Now take a breath in here, and we're going to softly lower the shoulder here and gently ease into that neck. Beautiful. Really soft, gentle movements. Nice. Inhale and exhale. One more breath in here. And then as we exhale, just release. Arm comes back down and bring your head back to the center. Lovely. Sit up nice and tall. Take a breath in here. And as we exhale, we're just going to softly take that left ear over towards the left shoulder. Beautiful. Just find your spot here. Notice as you ease into the neck, any tightness. And then we're going to lift up with that left arm. Take the left arm just to the side of the head. Allow the weight of the hand to very gently draw and ease that neck away. So we're really not forcing anything at all. It's a softening into the shoulder on the right, and then a little bit of weight into the hand from the left. Really nice. Breathe in and breathe out. Beautiful. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath in here and exhale. We're going to release and just bring that head all the way back to the center again. Nice. So allow the chin to softly come down again onto the chest, and we're going to draw a couple of half circles. So for some people, a full circle doesn't feel particularly good for the neck. So again, think about this retraction of the chin a little bit so that the head is on the shoulders. Release the chin down. We're going to just make some nice gentle half circles. So bring the chin up towards and the nose up to around about ear height, and then come down the other side, up to the other side. So we're drawing like a little smile with the nose. Really nice. Closing the eyes if you want to, and make the movement your own. So your own speed. Try to take it slowish though. Don't go too fast. Ease your way through. And notice if you get any tight spots, any areas that you might need to just work with a little bit. Don't worry if you're hearing any sort of gristly sounds. Sometimes we get that kind of graunching sound through the neck. Sorry, that was Hector snoring again down there. Hector the dog, not the husband. Okay, and then just coming back to the center when you feel ready. Bring that head back up. Lovely. Take a nice big breath in again. And we're going to lower the chin down, and this is an option if it feels good for you to do the whole circle. So we're going to draw a big circle with the nose all the way up. Take it all the way around. Full range of motion through the neck, but really nice and softly, gently and slowly. Head comes down to the bottom, and then we're going to take it back in the other direction. So remember, we're still relaxing through the shoulders, still drawing the belly very gently in, still lifting up through the chest, all the way down. And then bring your head back to the center. Just rolling those shoulders backwards and forwards again. Nice gentle movement. Really nice. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. So now you can have a moment here just to freestyle with your neck. So close the eyes for a moment and think about any of those moves and decide which one you want to work with. You might want to just be looking up and down for a moment, or maybe taking it from side to side. Maybe the circles felt particularly good for you. Whichever of those last 3 movements felt good, just have a little work into your neck. See how it feels, easing into it nice and gently. And we'll just take a moment here just to loosen the neck, slowly and gently. And then we're going to come back to the center. Beautiful. So we're going to take a breath in and do a little bit of work into the shoulders as well. So take those arms up nice and high. Bring the palms of the hands together. I'm going to bring your arms down to cactus arms. You're going to lose my hands because I'm too close to the screen. But imagine up like so. We're opening the palms of the hands. I want you to gently squeeze those shoulders behind you. So as if you've got a pencil between your shoulder blades. So just really squeeze behind, so that creates a little bit of space through the upper back. And then on the exhale, we're going to just take the right arm underneath the left and create a gentle bind through the arms. So if this feels enough for you and you're getting a nice stretch into the back of the body, then you can stay here for a moment. Or you may want to bring the hands together and double bind, create a little bit more tension, a little bit more opening into the back of the body. Soften your shoulders and just begin to almost lift those elbows forwards and up a fraction. But again, nice and soft. Notice how that feels through the back of the body. Breathe in and breathe out. Nice. You can close the eyes here for a moment as you soften into it, just allowing that release. We're going to just release the hands and let go for a moment. Nice, gentle rolling of the shoulders. And then inhale, taking those arms all the way back up again. Nice stretch up through the arms and come back into your cactus arms. Draw those shoulders back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. And on the exhale this time, we're going to take the left arm under the right. Really lovely. And again, come into that bind if it feels good for you, or a single bind is okay. We're still doing the same work. Beautiful. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. Inhale and exhale. See if you can relax those shoulders a bit more. Maybe draw the elbows slightly forwards and up, drawing your belly in, softening into it. One more breath in here and exhale, release. Just allow the arms to come down. Nice gentle rolling again through those shoulders. Well done, everybody. So last move before we move into our massage section. So we're going to inhale, take the arms up nice and high. Press the palms of the hands together, clasp the hands and press your arms up towards the ceiling. So allow the shoulders to make their way up towards the ears and then gently draw them down. So notice that difference between your shoulders being up and your shoulders being down. Beautiful. Take a nice big breath in here. We're going to turn palms of the hands facing downwards and just draw the arms all the way forwards in front of the chest. Again, opening into the back of the body. Allow the chin to softly come down towards the chest. Draw your belly in. One more breath in here. And exhale, we're going to lift all the way back up. Pressing up into the palms of the hands again and releasing those arms. We're going to take the arms behind, clasp them behind your back, squeeze the shoulder blades together, open through the collarbones. Just find a lovely stretch through the front. Really nice. Breathing in and breathing out. Lovely. Releasing those hands, just bring them back down to the lap. And again, gentle rolling through those shoulders. Nice. So well done. So we're going to move into our massage section. So we're going to be working with a couple of techniques. Firstly, myofascial release, which is an advanced massage technique where we work into the soft tissue and we kind of allow the muscle to ease its way under the fingers, if that makes sense. So that's why we're not using any oil at this point in time, the massage. So this helps to release tension in the fascia and helps just to let go of any tightness through those muscles. We're also going to use some circling, so we'll be using the pads of the fingers to circle into various parts of the neck and shoulders, etc. And we'll be using some effleurage, which is where we move the hands around the body. We're bringing the blood circulation, kind of improving that blood circulation and blood flow. And when we use the bit of effleurage at the end of the session, we'll be using oil as well if we want to. So that will just help to reinforce the massage that we're doing. So any of you with long hair, with your hair down, you might want to pop it up in a band. Just might make it a little bit easier, but actually you can probably do it, you know, do the massage with your hair down as well. Okay, so first of all I want you to we're going to work on the right side to begin with. So this is my right side. I'm not sure whether I'm mirrored, etc. So, but I'll be working on the right side. And I want you to just bring the hands into nice soft knuckles here. So just bending the hands very slightly. Try not to kind of too much with the hand, make it feel tight and tense. Do you know what I mean? Try and be nice and soft with that movement. And really think about relaxing the shoulders. We're going to take the knuckles just to behind the ear where there's that kind of bony part, the mastoid process, which is an area just behind the ear, and you'll find a little bit of a connection there. Okay, so find the knuckles into the side, and I want you to connect into the soft tissue just by very gently using the weight of the arm to press in. So find that connection, a nice light connection, and bring your head to the center. We're going to begin to just softly draw the knuckles down, and we're going to take it towards the back of the neck almost. So just very gently begin to rotate your head towards the left, and you'll find that the knuckles will go all the way around. It takes a couple of goes to find that connection into the muscle, but once you do and you start to move it, you'll feel a bit of release and relief through the neck. We're going to go 3 times with each of these moves. So the knuckles are into the back of the ear, and then I'm just turning the head nice and gently, allowing that easing into those muscles. Oh, nice. All the way down into the nape, or down to as far as you can comfortably go without it being too much on the fingers. Take a nice breath in again. Breathe in, and then as you exhale again, just drawing those knuckles down as we turn the head, rotating that head towards the left so that the knuckles move a little bit towards the back of the neck. Beautiful, well done. Then just taking the ears, we're going to place them just behind that protuberance there, so just around about there. Cup the hands, make them a little bit soft. We're going to keep the hand nice and still. Press the fingers in towards the neck, and then again we're going to gently rotate the head towards the left, and you'll find that the fingers massage into the neck here. So we're not moving the fingers or the hands, we're almost pressing the muscle into the fingers, keeping the fingers nice and straight, nice and firm. Okay, come down, move down a little bit, and again take it around. And what we're going to do is each time we get a little bit lower, working into the back of the neck. So you might want to try this technique out a few times, so come back to this video if it's not too glitchy. And then again taking it a little bit closer down towards the nape of the neck. But remember, we don't massage over the spine, any of the bony parts of the vertebrae, we don't massage there, we just take it to that area. So easing in as we breathe out, find that lovely release there. Really nice. And then just taking your fingers, we're going to circle in and around this area. So circling again helps to improve the blood flow, really helps to bring fluid to the area, fresh blood flow, and just helps us to ease out any tightness around the area. Really nice. Lovely. So just let go for a moment, give your hand a bit of a shake, because sometimes the hand can get a little bit tired and we might be a bit too hard sometimes. Try and stay nice and soft through the hand, a bit of pronation and supination through the wrist. Okay, and then again we're going to take those soft knuckles again. This time we bring them up, and we're going to bring the head in the opposite direction this time. So we're going to just rotate, so knuckles come to just behind the ears, and we rotate and we just turn the head towards the right this time, and we're almost kind of easing the muscle away. So we're not pushing into the muscle, we're allowing the muscle to just easily move as we move down the sternocleidomastoid muscle, which comes all the way down into the front of the neck, and nice and gentle pressure here at the front of the neck because there's a lot of blood vessels and things closer to the skin. So again, take that Nice gentle knuckles there, and begin to just ease it down as you turn the head towards the right side this time. So again, some of these techniques takes a little bit of a time to really find your way through them. So soften a little bit as you come down to the front. Really feel that release. Ooh, that feels nice. And then one more time, we're just going to take it again. Take those knuckles in. Take a big breath in here. And exhale, relax your shoulders and turn the head towards the right. So the knuckles are coming into the right side of the neck, and we're turning that head as we bring the hands, as we bring the knuckles all the way down, just softly to the front of the chest. Beautiful. Release, and we're just going to let go for a moment. Again, let go here. Lovely. We're going to take the opposite hand, so the left hand, and just take it to the shoulder. Gather up all the muscle. Okay, so really feel connected into that muscle across the top of the shoulders, so the trapezius almost going down towards the deltoid, but mainly this part here. Really feel like you're gathering up the muscle nice and tightly. Soften your shoulder on the other side. Beautiful. So I want you to lift the muscle up as if you're trying to lift the muscle away from the bone, and then we're going to gently take the head towards the right. Okay, and then take a breath in. And as we exhale, just take that muscle, or take that head all the way across towards the left, and you'll feel the muscle almost sinking out from your fingers. And that's just releasing into the fascia. Beautiful, especially if you take that neck a little bit further. Bring it all the way back again. Take a nice big breath in here, so we're gathering up that muscle. And then as we exhale, slowly bringing the head across, notice the movement under the fingers. Really nice. Ooh, and let go. Beautiful. So gentle rotation and roll into the shoulder. And just notice for a moment, I know with me definitely, I'm feeling like this shoulder is a lot lower than the other one. So you may notice that it's feeling a bit looser. Now, sometimes it's about getting the techniques, in place. So you'll be able to have a look. And if anyone wants to, I can run through this again another time. But it's quite nice techniques, and now I'm feeling a little bit wonky. I feel a bit like this shoulder is all floppy and nice and released, and this one is a bit tight. So we're going to come over and do the same on the other side. So I'll go a little bit quicker on this side. Don't want to take, just because it's sort of giving you that idea. Okay, so take a nice breath in. We're going to make a nice soft figure like this with the fingers. Really make it soft. Don't claw with the hands and create tension in the hands. So nice soft knuckles. Find the back, find the mastoid process behind the ear here. Okay. Bring the head back to the center. Lovely. We're going to take a breath in, and then as we exhale, just begin to draw that down. So connecting into the soft tissue with the knuckles, and we just start to turn the head towards the right this time, and that means that the fingers go almost towards the back of the neck. Lovely. So it'll take you a couple of goes just to feel it sort of really easing in, and the key is to stay nice and slow here with it, because you grab the muscles almost with the fingers and with the skin, and then as you ease yourself away like that, it draws the knuckles all the way down into base of the neck, really. And then one more here. So again, take those knuckles to the back of the ear. Take a breath in, lift nice and tall, relax shoulders, and exhale, release. And just feel that nice sensation release through the back of the neck muscles. Really lovely. Beautiful. And just let go for a moment. Again, release the fingers a little bit, and then we're going to take those nice gentle cupped hands and take the fingers to just behind the back of the ear. Now again, what we're doing here is we're pressing firmly into the back of the ear, this part here, if you can see it, mastoid process. And move the head rather than moving the hand, and that will create the massage technique. So breath in here, lift nice and tall through the crown, relax the shoulders. As we exhale, we're going to turn the head softly towards the right side, and feel that easing of the muscle away towards the back of the head, but don't go over any bony protuberances of the spine. Make sure that you stop before you get there. Again, take it into the neck here, and very gently just start to turn your head. Really nice, easing into the muscles around the neck. Feel good all the way around, and release, and last time. Okay, so take a breath in here, and as we exhale, nice and gently, we're turning the head. The hand is just firmly, the fingers are just firmly pressing in. Just allow everything to soften into it as we ease into the neck. Oh, that feels good. And release. Nice. So circling, we're going to just circle with the fingers. So take the fingers in and around the head, around the back of the ear. So this kind of work, it brings an improved blood flow, improved circulation. And sometimes we get these kind of sharp pains where we might get a bit of nerve impingement, things like that. So it's really helpful. These can sometimes lead to tension headaches and that type of thing. So teamed up with the stretches that we did at the beginning of the session, it should be really, really useful for any of you that are suffering with neck pain at all. Just give the hands a little bit of shake here, let go of any tension through the hands. It's a bit of a workout for the hands too, so look after them. So we're going to take those knuckles again, so nice soft knuckles. Place it behind the ear into the mastoid process, and then bringing the head back to the center, we're going to begin this time to turn towards the left side, and we find that these soft knuckles then come all the way down sternocleidomastoid muscle, which comes down to the front of the chest, easing your way into it nice and gently. And we're not pulling the muscle. What we're doing is we're allowing the muscle to almost creep underneath the hands. So breath in here, and as we exhale, we're just turning that head again. Lovely, easing it down. So the muscle, I can almost feel it just releasing beneath the front of the finger in that nice gentle way. Beautiful, all the way down. Remember to release the pressure a little as you come down to the front, because obviously, you know, it's thinner skin over the front of the chest. And one more time here. So soft knuckles into the ears, and relax your shoulders, and just begin to turn your head. Find that lovely place in the neck, easing into it. And as I say, slowness is the key. The slower you go, the more of a nice massage you get as you connect into that. Okay, so this time we're going to take the right hand, take that right hand onto the left shoulder, and gather up the trapeze, the trap. So really gather into those muscles at the back. See, get as much of the muscle hand as you can. Really nice. And maybe lift the shoulder a little bit just to help you, and ease it down a fraction. You'll start to feel that easing into the shoulder as you work. And we're going to gently rotate the head from side to side about 4 times. So nice and softly gathering that muscle, and then breathe in, deeply lift through the crown of the head. As we exhale, we're going to look towards that left side and just feel the muscle easing its way out of your tight grip, okay? And then bring the head all the way around. Notice as the muscle contracts and moves underneath your hands. Really nice. Breath in here. And exhale, we're going to take it all the way back. Lovely. So really feeling that muscle just melting down. And you can play around with this. It's your massage. You can kind of do what you want in this area. Maybe you might even notice a couple of trigger points that pop, you know, little bits of tension that you catch. I just felt one go. I've always got them on this side. And then take it softly across to the other side. Again, easing that muscle away, really feeling nice and connected to it. Beautiful. And then bring the head back to the center. Lovely. So now those of you that started at the beginning should find that the shoulders are feeling the same, feeling equally as loose. So both hands now, and find those knuckles again. So nice soft knuckles. Take it both into the back of the, behind the ears. And again, nice and slowly. So Really try to grab into the soft tissue with this part of the fingers. Really just try to find that nice place there. Take a lovely big breath in here, and then as you exhale, just slowly drawing those knuckles down, allowing the muscle to move underneath, almost easing them down. You might want to gently lower the chin. See what feels nice for you in your neck. Lovely way of just easing into it nice and slowly. Maybe some trigger points releasing. A couple of pops might happen. That's okay. And release. Okay, we're going to take some circles. So just using the finger pads to circle up into what we call the occipital ridge, around the nape of the neck, and then into the neck. And again, when you're doing this yourself, you can kind of spend as much time as you want to here. Lovely. And we're going to take the hands, the fingers. Sorry, I've run over a little bit in time, but I just wanted to make sure that you guys are sort of picking up on these techniques. And bring the fingers together, cupping the hands a little bit. And we're going to take the hands over and behind and press them into the back of the head here, so you can see where you can feel that little part just underneath the occipital ridge, underneath the rib, a little bit of a dip, or like a little kind of hole in the back there, just underneath. And just part the fingers maybe about 1 centimetre. We're going to press gently into there, and then we're going to just ease the muscles apart. So we're drawing the muscles away from each other. We'll pull into the hair a little bit, but don't worry too much about that. Lovely. And then release. Take the hands back down further. So maybe take it a finger's width further down. So we're not pressing into the bony protuberance. We never massage over the spine. You know, you never actually do any massage over it. You work either side of it. So just get as many of the fingers in on each side. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale again, just easing those muscles apart nice and slowly, and allowing the muscle to just move under the fingers. Really nice. Oh, that feels good. So easing that way. Beautiful. And then a little bit further down, maybe down to the top of the shoulders. Again, make sure that you're not on the spine, so you'll need to widen the fingers a little bit more because the vertebrae become wider here at this part of the neck. So breath in here, and exhale, just easing that muscle apart. So we draw the muscle away as if we're trying to split it, you know, kind of taking it like that. Beautiful. All the way down. Really nice. Lovely, just roll those shoulders. Nice circling of the shoulders. Okay, so we're going to take the right hand over to the left shoulder this time. Again, just begin to gather up some of that muscle, lift it up and away from the bone, and then softly begin to lower that shoulder and take the head over to the other side. Ooh, just easing and letting go of the muscle. Beautiful. Move along, and again, little bit more of that muscle up. Bring your head back to the shoulder fraction, and then allow the shoulder to just fall away as you ease the head over. Really nice. And one more time, I'm going to come into the deltoid muscle now. So again, just gather it a fraction, really feel connected into that tissue, and nice and gently just allow that shoulder to softly lower. Really nice. And then my favourite bit, we're going to take the fingers and we're going to circle into the shoulders. So I want you to really get those fingers into the muscles around the top of the scapula, really finding, often you'll find a few niggly bits, tight spots here. Be careful not to pull too much into your other shoulder. Lovely. So again, you can spend as much time here just working into the shoulder here. Beautiful. Breathing in and breathing out. Really nice. And then we're just going to have a nice grabbing of the arms all the way down into the biceps, maybe into the triceps, working softly, grabbing that muscle, letting go. So making sure you're looking after your hands as well. So nothing too hard. Really nice. Beautiful. and then just release. And again, you might find that that side feels a little bit looser now, so we're going to come on to the other side. Gather up the muscle, see if you can lift it up and away from the bone a little bit. Really get into it here. And then take a breath in. As we exhale, allow that muscle to sink down. So imagine it's just melting down out of your grasp. And we're easing the head over the side. And just keep that nice and soft as well. Really nice. And then moving over to the middle of the shoulders. We're going to grab again. Beautiful. Lift up. And then just ease yourself away. Just allow that shoulder to drop. And a little bit of movement. Closing the eyes if you want to. Just enjoying release through those shoulders. And then take it onto the deltoid muscles as well. And we're going to just ease into the deltoid muscle. A little bit of grabbing there and just releasing. Letting that muscle just melt down and soften. Lovely. And then take your fingers. We're going to circle. Oh, I found a knot straight away. So just a little knot here. See if you can get into it. I mean, you know, if you can take a little pain with your knots, it's not the end of the world. Try not to create too much pain if you can, because that can end up just bruising your muscle, and it creates lactic acid in the area. You know, so it's better to sort of ease into these knots rather than, but sometimes it's quite a nice pain. Sometimes you might want to really ease into it and get rid of it and, you know, feel it pop and release. So using the circular movements of the fingers, the tips of the fingers, getting the fingers in. Lovely. And then we're just going to grab and release through the arms, across the shoulders. Really nice. Lovely. Well done, everybody. I'm sorry I've gone over a little bit. I do tend to talk a lot. And I also want you to kind of make sure that you're getting a decent massage here. I'm missing doing my massage. It's one of the, you know, I can do yoga with everybody in my classes, but it's really, I am actually really missing going and giving someone a massage. So yeah, so it's quite nice to be able to share a little bit of that with you guys as well. Okay, so just release. Both of your shoulders should feel really nice and loose now. And finally, just give the hands a little bit of a rub together, just to release the hands, a little bit of a shake, because you've done some work with the hands. You might have tightened into your wrists. Rotate your wrists, excuse me. Really ease into those wrists, open and close the fingers and wriggle the fingers. Nice bit of extra work for the hands. And then we're going to just do a little bit of effleurage using our massage oil mix. So just take a little bit of your oil and rub it between the hands. So always make sure you're using a carrier oil if you use essential oils, and always make sure that you know what you're using on your skin. So we're just going to work into the hands a little bit to begin with. Really nice. That's quite nice just to start with those hands, give them a nice massage. And then very gently we're going to effleurage just into the arms. Just create nice bit of movement into those arms, all the way up to the tops. You might find you need a little bit more massage oil. If you do, just get some more. And effleurage helps to just move, and what we do is we're constricting into the blood vessels, and then as we kind of move in, what happens is we squeeze into the blood vessels, and then the blood is renewed. So the blood and the fluids are then renewed into the area. So that's why you get sometimes a little bit of reddening in the area when you massage. But it's really good for you. It's really good for bringing a bit of life back into the body, for toning, helpful to just keep moving, that lovely flow and contraction. So really nice. So then come back, maybe get yourself a little bit more oil if you need to, and we're going to come on to the other side. So again, around the hands, up into the arms, working into the forearms. You can spend a bit of time if you've got any areas with tightness here, you know, just work into those forearms. And this oil that I'm using, it's a mixture of lavender and peppermint, so it has analgesic properties, really kind of helps with general pain relief, anti-inflammatory, and as well, it's, you know, as many of you know, with aromatherapy, it works on the olfactory system, so activating into the limbic system and creating relaxation, allowing us to just feel nice and released. So just a final massage into the top of the shoulders and the neck. Okay, so a little bit of oil into that area. Really get into the back of that muscle there if you can. Lovely, easing in. And this on top of all the work that we've done already, so on top of the massage that we've done, as well as on top of all the neck stretching, should feel really nice. It should really loosen up. So make sure you can get into your into the area. Make sure you've got a top on that you don't mind if you get a bit of oil on it as well. It does usually come out in the wash. So okay, so easing in, we're going to take both hands now. Take them into the back of, again, you can use the oil now just to slide across the skin. So we're not using the, using effleurage, improving this blood flow and circulation. A lovely bit of work kneading into the back of the neck. Really nice. Oh, that feels really good. I'm really pleased I thought about doing this. I didn't remember what my technique was. Okay, lovely. Nice. So just another gentle easing into the neck muscles. Notice any tension or tightness there. Really nice. And then we're just going to bring the hands together. I have to finish off as I do in yoga because it's kind of almost like I have to. I don't know why that is, even though we're not quite doing yoga. We are doing yoga. We're doing yoga massage or yogic massage. So we're going to take a nice in. Just allow the shoulders to settle for a moment. Breathe in and out through the nose. We've created a little bit of energy. We've loosened through the neck and the shoulders and hopefully had a bit of a giggle while we've been doing it. So we're going to take a breath in here, lift the arms up nice and high. Exhale, release, arms come down. Inhaling up again, lift up. And exhaling, just releasing all the way down. One more time, we're just going to inhale up, really work through to the fingertips, bring the palms of the hands together, grabbing all that lovely energy that we've created. Bring the hands down to your heart center, hands to the forehead, and we think kind and loving thoughts. And bring it to the lips and we speak with kindness and the truth. And we're going to take it to the heart and we have a kind, open and loving heart. Namaste. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the session. Please feel free to leave any comments, any feedback in the any comments in the comments section, or if any of you want to message me if you've got anything going on. I've heard from somebody who has tennis elbow, so I may well do a session where we look at some work with tennis elbow as well. So, but if any of you have got anything going on and you think, oh, I'd quite like to do a bit of massage with that, maybe a hand and foot massage, etc., just let me know. And I'm sure I can, you know, put something together for you guys. It's really important that we all stay connected at this tricky time. So I want to thank all of you for joining me this evening. Hope you have a lovely rest of the evening. And take care. I shall see some of you tomorrow for yoga at 9:30 in the morning. That will be live from my living room rather than from my bedroom. I thought I'd have a change of scene tonight. So thank you very much. Take care. Have a lovely evening. Bye-bye.